So we should be getting started. We got several guesses. We got a 4, a 5, 3, 6. I'm going to say 2 because that hasn't been predicted yet. So runners should be starting in the next few seconds here. And World 1 will lead off. So double pipes, and we got our first Ford, and it's 3F2. So everybody following suit on the first level, no surprise there. So Mustard and is the first one out. So we have 6-9 in the corner. Ford has been created. Bridge has been created, so now it's just a race to the finish, and it's a 1-4 World 4 on top of that. So 6-9, Teeks going for the wall jump, gets it. Diesel also gets it, so they're going to finish ahead of everybody else here. It's a one-frame jump if you get it. If you're going for it as Small Mario. I think it's even tighter if you're going as Big Mario or anything of that kind. Teek's picking up a cloud, so is Diesel. Mustard got a little jolted by the jump there, by the Fire Bros, takes a death. Teeks went bottom route, and gets 3-4. I think Diesel went top route, got 5-7, so we got a couple of quick stages here. Teeks foregoing the usual P-speed strats of 3-4 to get himself a mushroom. Mustard, nice setup there, gets the double Fire Bros, gets his cloud. So we have our first airship, the World 5 airship. Very good stage to get some P-speed strats going. Teeks with the tail is going to go full throttle, but is going to go pretty quickly through it. Iggy and his bizarre hitbox, no problem for Teeks. We have a quick World 1 with Teeks out first at 238. So Diesel, the second one out at about 3:05. So what's our next world, chat? I'm going to say 2. I'm going to keep going with that. And it's World 5, so... And got an interesting setup here. 2 pipes. They're both on different sides of the island, so that makes for some interesting strategy here. We get 6-4, and it's wonderful lag. DLP is the last one out at 334. So 6-4, no problem for Teeks. We get a quasi-vanilla in 5-4. Diesel actually picked up 3 flowers in a row. Pretty sure that wasn't intentional, but he'll take the extra security. So we're going to get a pipe look, and Mustard picks up a 5-up. So this is an interesting setup here. Mustard is having some problems with copulating Hammer Bros again. They finally separate after about 10 seconds. Sheesh. Teeks finds 4F1, goes top route. So pretty good bet 4F2. 4F1 can be kind of tricky because of the rando enemies. The ideal speed strats are not always going to make themselves presently available. Diesel's going bottom route, and he'll get a star, hoping for Fire Flower. Teeks finds one fort, and by definition, it cannot be required, so this is a pretty easy play. And gets a Tanuki suit. No whistles under these controls. Mustard gonna wait out the thwomp. Teeks in 2-2 now. Teeks holding serve right now in the early proceedings. Diesel goes into 1-4. He does not have a tail, and now he does. So now he can go for the item, which is generally bad. Ooh, Teeks just barely getting ahead of the Micro Goomba there. And there it is. Alright, so Teeks on his way to the airship. And it's the World 6 airship. Unfortunately, cannot go with the traditional... with the popular strat of flying over. Diesel had a tail, but opts not to do it. So, looks like Diesel's actually going to be the first one out against Roy, or is going to be really close. So, the timer's a little off, so I can't really... So 6:42 for Teeks, and... that's 6:47 for Diesel, so still very good. Very close between these two. Already got predictions in chat for the next world. We got a 3, a vanilla 3. I'm going to say 2 because I'm a stubborn mule that way. See, Mustard opts not to go for the flyover strat. The ELP is actually going to make a pit stop to take on the Hammer Bro. And we have a Vanilla World 3. And leading off is 6-2, which is an auto-scroller, but that is auto-scrollers have been turned off with the exception of 5-9 and a lost level called Atlantis. Mustard is done at 7:35. So Teeks and Diesel both finishing off 6-2. Diesel, thanks... Oh boy, Diesel barely averted disaster there. So we'll see what happens with the next world. We got 6 pipes in World 3. Is this the one that's going to take him to the promised land? No. And hammers do not break locks under these no, they do break locks under these controls, so excuse me. But, oh, Mustard mistimed his jump and goes into the pit of despair. So, 7-8 now for Diesel and Teeks. Teeks taking a death. Tried to get through the Piranha Gauntlet, Piranha Alley as Small Mario. Did not get it to go. Diesel ignoring the item, or the power-up at the bottom. Now he's probably wishing he hadn't. Takes some damage there, but gets through. Teeks is going for the item, for the power-up, and it's Frog Mario. Excellent. So Diesel in one of the 3 hand stages, the second hand stage. So whatever item he picks up, if he finds the other hand stages, he will get that same item, and it is a leaf, a vanilla leaf. How does an SM3 rando work? Well, we mix up the world order, the levels, the maps, pretty much everything you can imagine within reason. They, of course, have to be completable. So pretty much everything you could imagine. Diesel in 3-1 now. Command's not working, but nonetheless. Mustard also getting sniped by that Rising Paragoomba. So we have 7F2, aka Piranha Fort. One of the more notoriously difficult stages in both Vanilla and Rando. Okay, we're all synced up now. Thank you to our RackVet 0304 who is working with us today. Thank you. So here we go. All right, so we got a lot of forts here, and we got 7F2. Everyone playing this as if it were the requirement. That's interesting. I'm surprised nobody opted to take a look at what was behind door number 2, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's 7F1, Fort Knox, which is a much shorter stage. Nice piece speed by Teeks to gun through there. So 7F2 is done, and that breaks the lock up top, and now we've got 3 pipes all kind of connected to one another. And I was correct. 7F1 was the other fort. They do like pairing the worlds together, or the world forts together when they can. It's a fairly common thing to see. So we have our first Lost level stage, a World 6 Lost level. A nice stage where you can really get some P-speed strats going if you time everything correctly. Diesel is going to play it. Oh, Diesel gets cheaped. Yes, I made that into a verb. So, Teeks. Yes, you would hate to see it, and we certainly do. And Teeks is the first one to the airship, and it's the World 2 airship. Now, with Wendy, depending on what her jump physics are, this could be an interesting fight. And fire kills are not a gimme, and okay, she's got normal physics, which makes the 10 fireball kill pretty easy for Teeks, and he's out at 1233. DLP is 6 seconds behind him. DLP has stormed back with a very good World 3. Predictions, chat, for the next world? I'm going to say 2 again because, as someone in chat pointed out, I have to be right eventually. Get out your commands in chat. We got a Tanuki sighting and a one-hit kill on Wendy, so the fire kill was almost redundant, and Teeks has found our beloved 7-5 with an angry sun. Not what you want to see, certainly. This is not an easy stage in Rando, especially if you get cheaps or boss basses trolling around. But Teeks, who is a top-flight vanilla player, has no qualms with playing using some of those vanilla strats. Got a hammer for Mustard. Teeks has got to be careful here, because his he's decided not to try and go for the wall clip with Angry Sun making life difficult. Okay, well now he does. They got rid of him, so that's good. Just a a block to take care of that nuisance. Now he's just got to speed his way at having some trouble with the clip, and it's a tight jump, and he seems to be a little early on it. So DLP, meanwhile, finishing off 4 F2, and so has Human Mustard. Diesel helping himself to a hammer bro fight, and Teeks is finally through. DLP using a cloud to skip 610 because I think he's figured it out, the map, and he knows Mustard taking a death there. Okay, so DLP just figured it, just burned a cloud. Oops, that's unfortunate. Doesn't have a hammer. We got 7-3 on Mustard screen. We got actually the 7-3 prototype lost level here on DLP's screen, so that's a nice parallel. And we got a hammer suit for Mustard. Well, if he holds on to it for the next 4 worlds, he can get his way through. DLP has a hammer, so, and Mustard has found the lost level of Atlantis. Diesel using a P-Wing to just skip through 7-5, good idea. Mustard's in 3-8 with a vanilla boss bass, no less. There's a little bit of a Fred for you. DLP dealing with 7-5 right now. A little trouble doing the crouch run. There it is. Diesel, unfortunately, taking a death there in 7-3. That's unfortunate hiccup. World 4 airship, and Mustard is the first to get there. And do give our runners a follow if you haven't already. These are some very fine Mario 3 Rando competitors, and vanilla players as well. Mustard's the first one done at 17:06. Teeks is going for some P-speed strats. Having a little trouble getting the timing down, though. There it is. Well, I gotta be right sooner or later, right? So I will stick with 2 because I don't know any better. 17:37 for Teeks, and so we have World 7, which is, of course, Pipeland, and oh, the pipes are plentiful. So Mustard is actually going to play the Piranha stage to get another pipe check, and he gets a free item out of the deal. Item is, of course, randomized. And there's a hammer, so a worthwhile excursion here, because if this pipe doesn't pan out, he can probably break the lock there, and oh boy, it pans, and he remembered that, yes, hammers do break locks, so Diesel gets it at 18:36. DLP is about 3 seconds behind. So Mustard is trying to get out of 8-1 here. 8-1, it can be tricky because of the enemy patterns, but he finally pulls through. Teeks is in 6F2. Mustard's going to use a star here to speed through the second Piranha stage. See what item he draws out of this one. And gets a Tanuki suit. Right now, Human Mustard leads. Teeks. Teeks has found the Navy stage. We got a 3-4 at World 7. Second, it looks like it's DLP right now. I think. Or actually, maybe it's hard to say. I think it's Diesel right now, actually. I think Diesel's in second. So Mustard done in 1950. Diesel's trying to get around that hot foot, but couldn't, and now he's got to play it pretty safe here. In 8-1, should be okay. Alright, so we're in World 1 now. So World 2 will be last, so wah. I can't be right in my predictions. So we lead off with 1-1. Well, that's a nice bit of vanilla for you. Teeks and DLP and Diesel are all in the same stage right now. Mustard is about a minute ahead right now. Mustard is going to play the fort. He doesn't want to use up his hammer. He's gambling that it might be useful in World 7. And he's not exactly wrong, and we got a thick Ludwig to contend with here, but it's only a 2-hit Ludwig, so pretty easy. DLP's done first. Teeks is second. And Diesel is third. So a 7-second gap between everybody not named Human Mustard right now. That's very cool. That's very interesting. So 5F1 was the first fort, and Super Tanks is the second. We get some P-speed going here. The second half of Super Tanks. A little hung up there, but powers through. I didn't see what the item was, but because we do give out an item at the end of World 7, even though Vanilla Game does not. Oh, Diesel got a little ahead of himself and takes the death in 5F1. Diesel has to play this. He doesn't have a hammer right now. Mustard is in the World 7 airship. DLP trying to power through Super Tanks, having a little trouble with his jumps, but gets through. Got a normal Larry. It's a 2-hit Larry, so Mustard out at 22.58, still holding a sizable lead over his competition. DLP and Teeks are within range. Diesel's a little bit behind right now after that death. So yes, World 2 will be last. So it's not exactly a prediction, though. It's actually known. Oh, wouldn't it be something if World 8 were not last, but that would break the randomizer, unfortunately. And we got a hammer suit. So Mustard's got a pipe. Mustard's actually using his hammer suit. I'm a little surprised. Okay, this is a pretty easy play, though. Teeks is done, 23.52. DLP is 2 seconds back. The anchor turns out to be a music box today. Mustard burns up his hammer suit to get some P-speed going here in 1-5. So that extra hammer Mustard picked up is going to be key down the stretch here. So he looks to close this out with a pretty good time at this pace. He should be in the 31, 32-minute range. We use a P-Wing on the final airship, which is World 3. Unfortunately, you will not get the off-screen wand grab here against Morton, but that aside, Teagues without a hammer is going to have to play World 3. So the World 3 F1, the door 6 fort. Alright, so another fine game we like to play. How many bridges are going to be needed to be built to get to Bowser? Be anywhere from 0 to 3. Is this warpless? Yes, we are playing any percent warpless as our category. So unfortunately, DLP does not have a hammer. So we have 3 pipes and a fort, and as is common sense, Mustard will play the fort up front, so he doesn't have to come back here. Or at least not come back here as much. Yes, we are doing hand guesses now. Yeah, to clarify in chat, this is we are playing the any percent warpless category, but this is randomizer. Diesels through 3-7, and oh, we got sniped at the buzzer by. Oh boy, that sucks. 6F3. Okay, so it's one bridge. We got one bridge. He is out of hammers, so he's gonna have to play this seed's logic here. So it's on the one hand, it's good. He knows where he has to go, but now he's got to work his way around to get to the other forts. Okay, so there's Navy, and it is Air Force. Go figure. So if nothing visible breaks here, because we saw where the lock is in the top right corner, if nothing breaks, he might go back and take a chance and hope that the bridge was made. We don't know. If something visible does break, he will continue trolling for forts. So it's all about finding the fort. Teeks is the second one to finish the World 7 airship at 27:20, so he's 2.5 minutes back, and a lock did break. And we got Mustard gets grabbed by a hand, and it's 6-5. He might just play this through. So DLP is going to be the second one to get through. Oh boy, we got a micro. Well, Micro Goomber's been despawned, so it should be fine. You gotta be careful. Okay, just gets around it. And with a Koopa there, he should be no problem. DLP out at 28:06, so about 3 minutes back. Yes, hands are thrown in the level shuffle. We got 2 forts, so that's our third fort. And actually, because of where where Air Force broke the lock, if this turns out to be if nothing visible breaks, Mustard has his answer. If it does break, he'll have to find the fourth fort. So we'll see how the draw plays. Won't be sub 30 regardless, but it could be really close. It could be about a 30-30 or so. 30-30, 31 minutes, if this turns out to be the correct answer. And the answer is... yes, he's got it. So he's got he double-checked, but he's got it. So he's on his way to Bowser. So we have hit go mode for you Zelda fans out there. And Mustard, as is his wont, will be serenading us with some Frog Mario strats for as long as he can. Luckily for him, he's got this pretty well wrapped up. DLP's in 6-1. Cannot do every man clip, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, he loses Frog Mario and takes the 100-coin fine for his showboat. But he is going to go on with it. The show must go on. But Teeks is closing in. He is very close, actually. He's less than a minute back now. Oh, he takes the jump! Oh, wow! That's really brutal. And he didn't have to play. He's got around 6-5. The croak must go on. Yes. Okay, Mustard gets the jump this time. Right. So Teeks trying to make up for lost time here. DLP with Fire Mario takes care of Boom Boom in Air Force. So Mustard is through, so now it's just a few jumps and he's on his way. The trick with Bowser's hitbox does not work here, so he's got to be careful. It's just a few more. Bowser's fireballs making it a little challenging for Mustard to get around, but he should be okay. Yes, he is actually doing this as a frog. This is what human Mustard lives for. Teeks trying to get around. Oh, he loses it at the last second. Ah, close enough, right? It's close enough. Get out the GGs for Human Mustard, who wins with an official SRL time of 31:52. GG. So Teeks, with Hammer Suit in hand, is going to try and go for second here. Diesel's going to play Small Mario, play Air Force as Small Mario. Oh! Unfortunately, does not work out. Teeks is going to go for the clip. It's a tight jump, but gets it third try, so he's got a free pass to Bowser. And this would be a very quick 5-hit kill on Bowser, and down goes Bowser. Diesel taking no chances is going to P-wing his way through Air Force. Certainly safe, a little slow, but very safe. So get out your GGs in chat for Teeks. He finishes second with an official SRL time of 33:25. So GGs to Teeks. So we're down to 2 here. DLP's taking an intentional 100-coin fine there on 2-4. It looks like DLP has figured it out as well. Well, he's figured it out by a different route, but yes, he is on his way to the finish. So, looks like DLP will be the third one out. Diesel, I think going for some P-speed strats, but couldn't quite get it to go in 2-4, and takes a safer strat as a result. So, as always, do give our runners a follow. This has been a very fine bit of competition from 4 very good players. And if you're so inclined, you can give me a follow as well. So, DLP, oh, nice clip there by DLP through the wall. So he's got a free pass to Bowser now. He's going to need 35 fireballs to take him out. But, oh, he lost Oh, he lost it. Oh, that's bad. Can Diesel come from behind? It's going to be really close. And we welcome our second place finisher, Teeks, to the chat. GG.
Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, some interesting bits of strategy throughout. What ultimately turned out to be the difference was hammers.
I see.
Mustard was able to pick up a couple, and he used those pretty astutely.
I'm guessing he picked those up from the Hammer Bro fights along the way?
He got one in World 6.
Okay.
And I think he picked up another somewhere else, but
Son of a bitch did it!
so well, we got some Independence Day in our background, but so 35-44 for DLP to finish third, and Diesel very close behind at 35-51. So some very good times, and One Fine Day has actually wrapped it up, finishing with a time of 37-11. So 5 very good times overall. Everybody under 40.
Yeah, GG's to everyone. This is actually a really fun seed.
Yeah, this was a good seed. 7-5. It's like, gotta give you props for that strat, getting rid of Angry Sun.
Oh yeah, as soon as I entered the level and I was like midway through, I kind of had the the hindsight 2020 thing going on, where I just realized that I still had a cloud in my inventory and I could have skipped over it. But I think that considering I already entered the level with Fire Mario and I didn't want to lose it in case I had to backtrack and do another fortress, I decided just to brave it out. Definitely could have been used on that level rather than probably something else that I skipped in World 1, and then I ended up picking up another cloud in World 2. So at least I was able to make use of those. I would say that my mistakes overall were pretty minimal. I could have saved another minute or so by not getting pulled in by the 6-5 hand at the end multiple times, and then dying at the end of the World 2 fort.
Yeah. There were just a couple of minor unforced errors, but nothing egregious. Everybody had a couple. I mean, Mustard had a couple of untimely deaths. DLP accidentally used up a cloud needlessly in World 6 because of routing, but it's one of those things where it's a lot of those little decisions, but Mustard kind of gave himself a nice buffer. He had a hammer in World 7, and he used it.
Oh yeah, I'm certainly pretty weak around the just making those binary decisions just right on the spot in terms of routing. I'm definitely one of those players that just likes to go.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, it is one of those judgment calls, and in Mustard's case, it worked out very well for him. And he had an extra hammer in World 2, and that he burned that up in the right spot as well. So yeah, he was in good shape, and we welcome our 4th place finisher and Independence Day enthusiast, S Diesel to the chat. GG.
GG, guys.
So I gotta say, there after World 5, you two and DLP, you were 7 seconds apart on your wand grabs, by the way.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, it was. You guys were. It was all really close, and you guys exchanged the leads a lot in the first 4 or 5 worlds. Like, nobody could really kind of get ahead, and then Mustard, with his hammers, kind of pulled away, but then Mustard, in his zeal for frog strats, actually needed to play Bowser twice.
Oh, dang.
So
Yeah, that's rough. Wow.
So if he actually hadn't taken the death there, he probably would have had about a 30, 50 or so, give or take.
Yeah, that lead would have been even further. Holy cow.
Yeah. So actually got Mustard waiting in
Yeah,
setup. It was,
I really like this, dude. It was pretty linear, pretty easy.
Yeah.
I only had one hammer. I don't know if there were any more out there. I know I skipped a hammer bro in one world.
World 6 had a hammer. One of the Hammer Bros had one.
Oh, damn. I could have had another one. Okay.
Yeah. And we welcome our winner of today's race, Human Mustard, to the chat. GG.
Thank you. I just wanted to apologize to everybody. I tried for the second week in a row for the frog kill, and it's just not happening.
Well, you know, that caveat aside, a very fine performance. The hammers you had turned out to be the difference. The extra hammers you picked up.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was about to not use it in 7, but there was 3 forts, and I was like, I better not take the chance, and I just used it there.
Yeah, that certainly helped. You had an extra hammer in World 7, so you didn't have to, circle around on that one as well.
Oh, did not everybody get the one from the plant there?
Apparently not. Or you picked up an extra hammer, I think, in World 6.
Yeah, I think so, because I had to go back to do the fort, and yeah, one of those bros had a hammer.
Right. I think that's where you picked up your extra hammer, and that ultimately turned out to be the difference, I think.
Yeah, because this was the second week in a row I just died right off the bat, and once you die right off the bat, and you're playing people like Teagues and S Diesel, and it's just like you feel like you're gonna lose already. So I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely agree on that. Mario 3 Rando, because it's so short, it's like you want to have like a good head of steam going. You want to knock out 3 or 4 or 5 levels in a row, and kind of get a baseline. And yeah, that's always the worst. But like everybody, I think in general, like there was at least 1 or 2 unforced errors across the board. So it wasn't just limited to you.
Yeah, I feel like my routing was on point. I don't think there was really anywhere you could not route correctly. Maybe World 7 if you took like a different pipe, but I think it was pretty linear from what I saw.
Yeah. World 8 was pretty straightforward. I know DLP kind of took a slightly different route. He gambled on the top pipe at the beginning, but it ultimately didn't make much of a difference in the end. It pretty much everything led to pretty much the same spot in the anyways, so it all worked out as far as that was concerned. But
definitely, I had a fun time. I got a dip, but thank you for the games, everybody, and you guys have a good night.
Absolutely.
Later, dude.
So for those of you interested, we welcome any and all players to join our Rando community. It's always a good time. So and we are also going to be involved in Speed Gaming Live 2020 in early November. It is remote, but we nonetheless welcome all players to attend. There will be a few dollars on the line for this, so if you can, please do check out Speed Gaming Live 2020. I think we've got 4 participants so far, and I'm sure we'll have plenty more. It's a great time. It's a great experience last year, and remote or not, it should be just as great in 2020. So, and tomorrow we will have another weekly race at 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, all welcome to attend. I don't know what kind of flags we'll have set up, but I'm sure it's going to be a hoot and a half. So, Diesel, Teeks, anything to add before we wrap it up?
I just had one quick question. Did anyone use the anchor? I was kind of curious what that item was.
It's a hammer bro.
Oh, it was? I thought it was a music box, but...
Nah, mine was a hammer.
It was a hammer suit. No.
Yeah.
There you are, then.
I actually ended up... Yeah, I came along a a regular hammer suit, and then I think I used it just to see if it was like a mushroom or whatever. I was like, I'll see if I can hang on to this, but yeah.
So, just taking a look at the schedule for the rest of the day. In a little over an hour on Speed Gaming 2, we have the daily A Link to the Past randomizer race, Open Flute. That should be interesting. At 2 Eastern on Speed Gaming Prime, we have Luigi's Mansion No Out of Bounds Tournament. That should be good. We've got Hollow Knight Rando Lockout Bingo at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Dragon Warrior, I believe that's Rando, at 9 p.m. Eastern. So, and then 7:30 Eastern, channel TBD, but it looks like we got a Mario 64 randomizer. I haven't played that yet. I've heard it's really good. And Azure Dreams at 9:30 Eastern on SG2. So, got some good stuff coming up for today, but we'll leave it at that. So, thanks all for watching, and again, give our runners a follow if you haven't already. And we'll see some of you tomorrow for the next weekly.
Yeah, right on. Thank you again, Speed Gaming, for hosting. Thank you, everybody, for the really fun race. And thank you to you, Proa, for the commentary. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, thanks, Pro.
Absolutely. All right, see you all soon.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.